Hey folks, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Plan C, the journey of a cancer patient. Today I want to talk a little bit about a big topic, and that is the hair loss journey. I'm wearing my cap again. If you saw from the last video, I wore it then. That's because my hair loss journey started. I think it started roughly around about 4 days ago, I would say. And I just wanted to make a little video on it because it is probably the first most visual striking thing that people notice when you go on this journey. And it has a very big impact on the cancer patient. And I just wanted to touch base a little bit on that and talk about what my journey was like, how I thought, how I handled it, and so on and so forth. So, with that being said, when did I know that I was going to start to lose hair? I had already done my research in terms of when hair loss happens. And for some people, it happens earlier, for some people, it happens later. But I got a general consensus of when I might start to lose my hair. And I was told that it would roughly be in and around the cycle 2 chemotherapy stage. I'm approaching cycle 2 in a few days, so I knew that it was imminent. I was prepared about the hair loss. I'm not overly emotional about the hair loss, although it has had an effect. I'm not blasé about it. It has affected me in some ways. So let me talk you through that. I think the first sign that I might be beginning to lose my hair is that I was noticing that my hair seemed a lot more drier than normal. When you wake up in the morning and you're doing your morning routine, you kind of notice that your hair has lost its shine and seems quite dry. At that stage, it wasn't falling out or anything like that. Um, it's not like I would put my hand in my hair and get clumps of hair. That wasn't happening at that stage. But I did notice that um, there's some changes to how my hair looks, behaves, falls, whatever. The second sign for me, and it was the one that was the most dawning for me, was beard growth. My beard grows pretty fast. I have to shave every other day. But it was getting to day 3, day 4, and I was still not at the stage whereby I needed to shave. And I was thinking, right, so hair growth has started to slow down dramatically. And if hair growth has started to fall off, then hair loss isn't too far behind. And I'd say a day later, I started to notice that when I woke up in the morning, I could see a lot more hair on my pillow than I would normally, right? Hair falls naturally in any case, but when I first started to notice, I know that this was something significant. And let me tell you, things happen very fast from that um, initial observation. I was shocked at the speed of the fall off of the hair, and again, I was prepared for the hair loss, but I think it was the speed that was my first shock. So when I first noticed the hair loss, I didn't think too much of it. I knew it was going to come out. And so I would go into the shower and I'd wash my hair in the usual way. And they kind of advise you to stop using um, your normal shampoo, whatever shampoo that you use, and switch to a shampoo that hasn't got as many chemicals. A baby shampoo, for example, that's what I use. It does the job of cleaning the hair, but isn't so harsh on your follicles, your skin, your scalp. Uh, and so I switched to that. And while that was helpful, um, it did not prepare me for the fact that when I washed my hair and I looked at my palm, I could see a lot of hair on my palm. And that that was a shock. That was a shock initially. Like I said, I knew I was going to lose my hair. Um, and you can do all sorts of reading about it, but nothing prepares you for actually seeing that hair on your palms. And and again, it's just another reminder that this is real, right? I'll dig into slightly why the hair loss happens. I mean, cancer attacks cells. Cancer attacks cancerous cells, but it also attacks good cells as well. And part of those cells are the ones that are to do with hair growth. And so, uh, unfortunately, this is one of the big visual um, observations of chemotherapy. Your hair follicles die out because of the chemotherapy treatment. Um, the hair loss seems to happen a lot more faster on my head than anywhere else. But you can still see hair on the back of my palms and things like that, back of my hand. But I don't know. I don't know why it attacks the one on your head first, but it does. And this shock of losing your hair when you're in the shower intensifies the next day. You think when you first see the hair loss that it's a lot of hair, but when you step into the shower the next day and you go through that same process, I had about 3 times more hair uh, lost, 3 times more hair lost than I did the previous day, and that you kind of know that okay, this is rapid. The speed of it is crazy, and again, I was prepared for it. I knew about it. I'm not so bothered that I lost the hair. I was bothered at the speed of it. I didn't expect it to happen so fast. And I can understand um, why some people get so hung up about it. We as individuals, um, part of our identity is through the way that we look. Right? The clothes that we wear, the style that we have, and that includes your hairstyle, and especially for women. Yeah, hairstyles affect men too, but for women, it is a much more bigger part of their identity. And I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a woman going through cancer, losing their hair, having that experience of washing their hair and finding, massive clumps of hair uh, in their palms. That's quite harrowing, right? Because you build yourself on your own identity, and when your hair starts to fall out, you kind of lose your identity, or you feel like you'd lose your identity. And that's not just for women. That's how I feel like now. Like part of my identity, I feel like part of my identity is being eroded away. I know it's not. I'm absolutely fine about it. I know it's not, but there's just that there's just that feeling of your part of your identity being lost. Which is why I'm choosing to wear caps. Some people don't. I am. Um, but severity of the hair loss is something that's really, really shocking. So what I'm going to do right now is show you what I look like with no hair or little hair. And the reason why I want to show you is you don't just lose all your hair. It comes off in patches. And every day when you step into the shower, you lose more and more of that hair. When you brush your head, you see the flakes of um, hair that come off. So I made a decision last night that the cleanup process of kind of cleaning all of the hair that falls on the pillow, cleaning all of the hair that comes out in the shower and things like that, just adds to the distress and the stress. And I don't want that. I don't want that distress. And so I asked my wife to shave my head, to get as close as the skull as you can. And that's what she did. She cut my hair, and this is what I look like. Now you can see from the previous videos, I had quite a lot of thick hair, but you can see now that I'm now down to my bare head, and this is not a look that I'm used to. Again, I feel like part of my identity has been eroded away. As much as I prepared for this, I didn't think I would feel like this, which is why I'm choosing to wear caps and things like that just until I'm used to this kind of look. But it's a massive thing, and I think about a lot of women, children that go through this that can be affected highly by this. One thing that my wife is doing is she is chopping off about 10 inches of her own hair and donating it to a charity that makes real hair wigs for children. And I'm just thinking, as adults, we can deal with the emotional side of hair falling out and the effects of chemo, but for a child who may not be able to understand this is something deeply harrowing for them, deeply disturbing. And I admire her for doing what she's doing, because she's giving up her own hair to make a wig for a child, to make their life better, to give them that sense of hope and relief. So I really admire her for doing that. And for those people that have donated, thank you so much. It's the kindness of the people around us is unparalleled. So thank you so much. For anybody that sees this video and wants to donate to this charity, I'll put a link in there. But yeah, hair loss. It's a bigger thing than I thought. I'm an introvert, and I feel like introverting now with this hair loss, just until the chemotherapy happens, and I'll be in and out of tiredness again. But I just wanted to share a little bit of insight on maybe a male perspective. I didn't think it was going to affect me like it did. It has. There's no denying that it has. It didn't affect me. I didn't think it was going to affect me that much, but like I said, the speed, the severity of it, and the fact that I felt like part of my identity is being eroded, and I don't like that. I know it's not, and the support that I get from the people around me, again, is brilliant. It keeps me going. It keeps me making these videos. So again, thank you so much for that. Thank you for understanding, supporting me, and helping me go through this. Hair is hair. Will grow back. I know the follicles. I'll get new follicles, and people say that because I'll have new follicles, my hair will grow back softer, which is great. maybe I'll go for a different style. Who knows? Maybe I'll stay bald. I really can't say at the moment. I'm not used to the look. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So thank you so much for listening to me regarding this video. Please stay tuned for other videos. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, please go ahead and go back and see my journey up to now. For those that have subscribed, thank you so much. If you're wondering why you're not getting notifications, when you subscribe, you're supposed to click on also a little bell that will kind of notify you when there's new videos. So please click on that bell. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click on that bell to get a notification. Thank you so much. Have a great day.